Hello and welcome to Coastal Distancing. This is Sean. I'm going to show you how to access the golf cart and some FAQs for the golf cart. Alright, so if you've paid for the golf cart, we'll give you the code. You'll access it from the lockbox that is right here downstairs. The code currently is 2323. May change later in the future, but you'll set it to that. There's a little lever here on the left, so you'll put your finger on that lever, you push down, and then you kind of pull the gate, the lockbox gate down towards you. There's two keys here. One is for this door that's right here. The other is for the golf cart. So you'll put the one that's obviously for a door in, and you'll open it. All right, and once you go in, you'll see the golf cart as well as some of our personal belongings. We ask you please respect our personal belongings. You're renting the golf cart. You're not renting our personal belongings. So please be courteous to our family on that. We come down here and we expect to kind of enjoy the things that are in here. And so we ask that you just use the golf cart, and perhaps during the day when you're not, needing to access the golf cart, you just kind of lock this up so that friends, family, kiddos stay out of here to the extent possible. So you'll see it, it's plugged in here. It is one of the first things you want to do is walk over here to the charger, and you'll want to uncharge it or unplug it so that it stops charging. So this cord here is plugged in over there on the little wall outlet by where we walked in, and so we will unplug it. All right, this guy, it just sort of dangles in there, so you'll just toss it back. You'll want to remember where you found it, where you left it, so then when it's time to charge it at the end of the day, you can easily find it, because there's a bunch of wires in here, and you don't want to just start pulling on wires, because then one of the battery terminals could get disconnected. So we toss it right there, and you want to kind of just make a mental note of that. All right, so you'll do that. You'll close the door. There's two keys. It's pretty straightforward. This larger key was to enter the garage. The smaller key is for the golf cart. And so you will put it in and turn it to the right. All right, some of the functions you need to know on the golf cart. There's a toggle right here by the seat. Right is forward. There's a middle position, that's neutral. And then to the left would be reverse. When you're in reverse, there's no backup, beeping or anything like that. So you certainly want to be careful not to run into anything or any people. All right. There's an emergency brake right here. I guess you would need that if you're parking on a hill or something like that. You won't need that out here. And then there's the gas and the brake. One just kind of helpful tip: if somebody accidentally pulls on that and lifts it up just a little bit, it will disengage the entire golf cart. You won't be able to use it. And so that's happened to us before, where we couldn't figure out how to make the golf cart go, and that was just pulled up just maybe an inch or so, which was hard to see with the eye, but that was enough to completely shut the golf cart down. So if you enter into that, it's not a battery issue, it's not a key issue, but you just can't figure it out, try that. The second thing to try is this switch right here. There's a little toggle switch right above the steering wheel. That is a kill switch. So you notice right now, this is a battery meter. The battery is full, but if I flick that down, the light goes off. It means it's shut power off to the entire golf cart, and it's not going to go anywhere. So know that. I guess you could probably do that if you're trying to keep kids off of it, that kind of thing. Although you shouldn't really leave the key in it, but if you need that as an extra layer of protection, or just need to figure out why it's not starting, that's good to know. I have not figured out what this toggle switch right here does, so don't worry about that. On the steering wheel itself, let me come around to this side. There is this right here. It's a turn signal, so you flip it down, just like a car, that's left. If you flip it up, that is right. All right, there's a button on the end you can push. That's the horn. If you push this forward, that turns on the lights. And if you pull it back, it turns off the lights. Driving a golf cart out here at nighttime is not allowed, so you shouldn't really need those lights. but you just at least want to be aware of that so you're not unnecessarily draining the battery. All right, the golf cart is equipped with storage here in the front. We leave you 4 bungee cords. We've got 3 here in the front, and then we've got 1 on top if you want to strap a boogie board, surfboard, or something like that down. We ask that you make sure all 4 of those are returned. It's got rear view mirrors on the left and the right side, and the golf cart's in great condition. When you're finished for the day or for the evening or for the weekend, plugging it back in is extremely important. All right, so you'll do the reverse of what we did earlier. You will find the male plug, connect it to the female plug. Sometimes they'll spark when you do this, so don't be alarmed. For now, that's normal. All right, and this is super important. You want to make sure there's this charger down here. You want to make sure that it is lighting up. Every now and then that won't light up, and if that's not lit up, it's not going to charge for you or the next guest, and within a few days it will completely drain and kill the batteries, and we'll have an issue with the golf cart and an issue with the deposit. So if it's not lighting up, the only things it could be that you'll be able to deal with are making sure the power cord has power. So it's pretty easy to tell. This particular outlet has this little amber light that's on. If for whatever reason that is off, well then you know there's no electricity going to this. On the back, no one should mess with this, but you should just know that it exists. On the back side of the charger, you can see where it's plugged in. That could potentially come loose. And then right above that is a little power switch, like an on-off toggle, which nobody should be messing with. But if everything's plugged in and that's, you're trying to figure out why it's not charging, that could potentially be the reason. If you don't have the amber light on the extension cord, you can come over here to where it's plugged in, and it is plugged into a GFCI, so occasionally that can trip, and so you would need to hit the GFCI trip button like so. All right, the other important thing to know is like I said, you can't drive the golf cart at night, but you can drive it during the day. This street here in front of us, Fort Velasco, there's signs posted, but you're not allowed to drive a golf cart on Fort Velasco. So make sure you're aware of that. Easiest way to go to the beach is just go straight ahead. You'll dead end into a beach. We like to go see that one. If you want to go to the jetties, you'll head that direction. All right, we hope you enjoy the golf cart. We hope you enjoy coastal distancing. And if you have any questions, please let us know. Thank you. When you're finished for the weekend, you'll make sure that the charger's plugged in, and you'll close the overhead garage door. It's the beach and the garage door is metal, so it's not usually the easiest thing to close. I'm going to set the phone down for a second. All right, you'll close the garage door. There's a manual lock over here. But usually just kind of make a fist. And just punch it and make sure the male part is going enough through the female part to ensure that the garage door is not able to be raised. You'll take the keys. You'll double check to make sure the charger is charging. And you'll take the keys and just return it to the lockbox. The door here, you can either lock with the key, or you can just turn the thumb latch here to make sure it's locked. Pull it tight. Put the keys in the lockbox, and you're finished. We ask that you just shake the code out so that the next person can't just open the door, and then close the little door here so that some of the salt air stays out of the mechanics. And we appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you for choosing coastal distancing. We hope you have an excellent time. Please let us know if you have any questions.